Heart.
Alright, the government asked me to comment on Hasan Piker by Mr. Nuxtaku, or Nuxanor as he's known on other channels. This video that he made was recorded before the recent events of Hasan Piker and his dog. So I'm a little out of order on this one versus the other one. I had already put this one on a list to record and do before Hasan abused his dog, and I had to pop out the other one, so I might just pop in here with some extra facts throughout this video if anything arises.
Breaking news. Hasan Piker found alive this morning at 34 years old.
What a shame. Found alive. Okay, I'm not wishing his death, but I am wishing him to be banned off the platform because he's violated the rules so many fucking times.
Now, this isn't me wishing for his death or anything, alright? I'm not him. But a truly heartbreaking news. We found this. As the date for his court date gets closer and closer, every day we wake up to a new surprise. Truly heartbreaking news. An Antifa terrorist, Hasan Piker, who honestly is a valid military target at this point for the Trump admin if they really wanted to start drone striking terrorists.
There we go.
Heartbreaking. Found alive.
No, I'm not covering up Nux.
Now, I again do not wish for any violence to happen to this man, but he wishes for violence to happen to us, and he's really scared. So anyway, here's the breaking news. Ethan, are you sure you want to attack my character during an act of genocide, Hasan says, while strapping dead Palestinian children to his chest? Now, Hasan Piker has been doing something pretty wild lately. Pretty weird. It's pretty insane, honestly. Now, there is a war going on in the Middle East. A lot of you probably didn't hear about it. It's like this whole drama between Israel and like Gaza. There's like this drama, all right? There's a drama.
What? There's a drama going on over there? A little battle? A conflict? What? Never heard of this event. You should tell me more.
Going on. It's kind of crazy. Now, the interesting thing is, Hasan Piker always made believe he cared. He always made believe that he cared that children were dying in Gaza. Now, the reason why I say make believe and not that he actually cared is because he wants the war to keep going. Trump tried to make a peace deal, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He does not like the peace deal. He's not a fan. Now, if there's a genocide going on and there are people starving in Gaza, wouldn't you want a peace deal? Now again,
yeah. It's like the first group in the period of it's the first group in history that a peace deal has been offered to a group getting genocided, and the first time in history probably that the group getting genocide denies the ceasefire peace deals.
It's a very obvious question, but the answer is simply he actually wants more Palestinian babies to die. He is genocidal. He wants.
Well, of course he wants more to die. He gets content that way. He gets to talk about how bad Israel is and how wrong the things they're doing are, when some of the things they're doing are wrong, yes. However, do I think it's everything? No. Without the Iron Dome defending Israel, there would be no country of Israel anymore.
As many Palestinian babies to die as possible because it's so much easier to strap them as criticism defense protests against his chest. So, again, he is pro the murder of Palestinians and Jews. That's pretty rare. Now, most people are only pro the murder of one of the two sides.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of character to be pro-murder of both sides of this war.
He found a way to be pro the murder of both. Now, I might think that this is not a very nice thing to say. It's not, but it's true, and people don't like the truth. So I made this tweet calling out all the indescribably evil.
Exactly, this long list of things that Hasan has done. And then, those next group of lists of things he's done that violate the TOS of Twitch. Or even a few of them that violate the laws of the state he lives in, California.
Stuff that Hasan Piker has done over time. Like, calling for the death of Senator Tom Cotton, Rick Scott, landlords, fascists, Zionists. He said someone's got to do it regarding Trump. He supports Luigi Mangione, murderer. He refused to condemn the murder of 2 Israeli staffers in Washington, D.C. He stealthily justifies the assassination of Charlie Kirk. He supports the terrorist organizations Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. He wants an IRA style.
Hey, he left out that he also definitely would be a ISIS supporter. And he was supporting Iran.
Terrorist organization in the United States. He's also part of a terrorist organization. He clearly he is protected because he breaks the terms of service infinite times. Threatening viewers' lives with what appears to be a gun.
Yeah, he's so protected that Twitch sings him happy birthday.
Doxing the private info of his critics, uncritically reads terrorist manifestos, tells his audience to threaten ICE agents, participated in violent riots in LA, which makes him a terrorist in my opinion.
You left out on the list that he also called the murder of the two Jews in D.C. a false flag attack, even though the guy who killed them was screaming "Free Palestine" on his way to getting arrested.
Stated America deserves 9/11, communist propaganda, etc., etc. The list goes on. This is just a little clip to understand who we're dealing with for a second, because he's going to court, he's going to Congress. We're actually getting rid of him.
Sadly, that Congress, for Dan Clancy and the other CEOs of Discord, Reddit, and Steam, did not get to go to Congress due to the government shutdown that has been postponed. I really was hoping it wouldn't have been. I really wish they would have just called some people in to have go sit at the congressional hearing, and maybe everybody just tuned in from Zoom from home or something.
In real time.
I'm sick and tired of it. Left-wingers, liberals, you need to be fucking showing your opponent's guts on there, okay? You need to be gutting them. You need to be shanking these motherfuckers and letting their intestines just ride on stage. Slice them up, slice them and fucking dice them. What the fuck is this? Letting their intestines just ride on stage. Yeah, kill.
I can never look at that campus anymore. That image. Every time I see that campus, even empty now, I just see Charlie there, and it hurts. I miss him. I love the fact that Turning Point's got some extra clips. I probably won't be watching them because I doubt I'd get through them without crying. His death has definitely affected me in ways that I never thought possible. And yeah, it's the exact reason this channel exists.
Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit.
Oh, because Twitch would have banned him if he didn't say in a video game at this time period. Now he doesn't have to say in a video game because he can say anything and Twitch basically will not ban him.
Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
For the record, that is a senator of the United States of America.
Kill Rick Scott.
I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15.
That's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. Like, he's literally his last term. You actually wrote about this, and it was a great video where you talked about, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean, which is, I think that shows that there is a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and untapped potential, untapped revolutionary potentialism.
Oh, so he's actively trying to start a revolution against the United States. Why is this man not in jail?
Matter of fact.
Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches me.
Because if Hasan got every single one of his fans and the people that watch his streams, he could probably have an audience of him leading in probably upwards of 50,000 people following him on an average day. And that's just live viewers. If you include anybody who would come view it after, who's not, Nux, who's doing research to, show you how problematic this guy is, it could be, upwards of 100,000, maybe even 500,000 people. Some of his streams get a ton of views after the fact, so I'm not discounting that, but he is a danger to society if he were to actually get out and go start a revolution. Although I'm just glad his side is the side that doesn't like guns, so we should all be fine.
Musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker, who has 2.5 million followers on the platform. I like the frankness and the bluntness, Clancy said. He's comfortable saying what he believes.
Even if what he believes is terroristic support, well, I guess Dan Clancy didn't get that far.
Yeah, this is Hasan Piker posting the schematics of a homemade shotgun that was
This
used
is what
to
he
murder Shinzo
believes.
Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, in regards to Tom Cotton, a senator of the United States.
Someone has to do it.
Now, Hasan Piker has been, because of Hasan, Twitch CEO and many people in Twitch have been called in to testify in Congress on October 8th. And that's it's going to be a glorious day.
So mad that the government's closed, so they didn't get called in.
Hey, so I made this tweet, and believe it or not, someone in the government actually reached out to me and asked if I could actually provide evidence behind these bullet points. And I complied.
Yes, I'm so happy that he's like, oh, they asked me for evidence, so I gave it to them.
And I complied. They told me that they wanted to be prepared in regards to the hearing.
Well, Nux is a great source for preparedness. They could have also gone to more Pegasus, Asmongold, and Tectone even, to some extent. Tectone, being on a break, less so at the moment, but he still, well, he was here a bit ago, he covered a lot of it, so he would still be a good source, and he probably has some clips and whatnot saved to, have evidence against Hasan.
So you're welcome for your service, America. So, yeah. Again, I don't know if it'll mean anything or if it'll go anywhere, but they did reach out, and I'm more than happy to assist in any way that I possibly can. I mean, I'm trying to keep America safe. I've never shied away from the fact that I think Hasan Piker needs to be in jail. He supports terrorist organizations. What are we doing? I thought that was it. Calling for violence? All right,
yeah, he supports, all the terrorist organizations. It's like, is there one that he doesn't like? I mean, he admitted on his podcast, behind the paywall portion, that he loves the flag of Hezbollah, that it's his favorite flag. Even though, if you ask me, it looks like a fucking mustard logo.
That's pretty bad, but supporting terrorist organizations? Literally, why? Now, Hasan Piker still says that October 7th, the massacre done by Hamas was fake because he supports Hamas, the terrorist organizations, and he will literally try his absolute best to whitewash.
I mean, of course he supports it. He gets all his news from Al Jazeera, a Qatari propaganda news organization. Come on.
I will have you know, there's a website now that stores a lot of raw footage of the October 7th massacre. It is www.hamas-massacre.net. You could look it up if you want. I suggest you don't. It's probably the most horrible thing you can ever see. Ever. It's the worst thing ever. It's so bad. I've seen so much violence lately with Charlie Kirk and Irina Zarutska. This is the worst thing ever. It's thousands of people.
Between Charlie Kirk, Irina Zarutska, and the newer one, Logan Federico, if you haven't heard of her case and everything, the video her dad shared, of her dad in the courtroom is just, it's heart-wrenching. But yeah, I hope that due to these events and the actions that father takes, and hopefully with the rest of us supporting it, that we can get our court system in the United States changed to where a 39-time arrested 25 felony man is not released back into the public, or a 14-time arrested guy is not released back into public when he has everybody around him saying he's not well. The court had every single way to prevent both deaths of these beautiful women, and their lives were ended far too soon, and it is 100% the fault of the judges.
Murdering innocent people and celebrating as they murder and rip them apart with their bare hands and rape them. It's the most disgusting, horrible, nightmare fuel thing of all time. I'm only telling you it exists because it exists, and there's evidence of it, despite the fact that Hasan will run defense for these terrorists. I will maybe link it in my description.
That's not a site Hasan would ever, and I mean ever, link in his chat. He would want that site buried. He would try his hardest to probably get it taken down because it makes his friends look bad.
YouTube lets me. I doubt it because it's linking to very horrible stuff. But if you want to find it, it's www.hamas-massacre.net. I again urge you not to go there. Don't look it up. It will ruin your life because you will never forget it. So don't go there. But it does exist. They don't blur it. It's horrible. It is a nightmare. It is terrible. It's not all the footage that they have, but it's the one that they, were able to put out, I think, with confirmation from some of the families that they let that be in the public. This is not safe for life. I'm just letting you know. I'm just telling you that it exists. Hasan Piker denies it. It does exist. That's all. Anyway,
I mean, Hasan would say rapes didn't happen on that day unless he saw it, which, I mean, I don't know why he wants to watch rapes.
He supports terrorists. Classic. So this...
Unless he's also a rapist himself.
This is Hasan Piker, terrified that he's going to jail and that he's going to get beaten up. So this is Hasan creating an environment where it's okay to kill someone like Charlie Kirk because he will continue to do his absolute best to basically gaslight the world and say that Charlie Kirk is a Nazi and deserved to die. That's essentially been his position the entire time. And now he's scared to be seen in public.
And look at back there, it's Hasan's little prop. I mean, his dog that he shouldn't shock.
The social Hasan era, there is unfortunately an obvious setback there because of, one, all the political incidents that have taken place.
Always against right.
Yeah, Hasan won't say it's against
wing
right.
guys, by the way. The political
He won't say it's against the right.
Right-wing people. So nothing to worry.
It's either right now, a lot of the political violence is either directed at right-wing people or Christians. Christians globally are at risk. Globally, in several different countries around the world, they're being killed, they're being silenced. Right here in the U.S. a couple weeks ago, we had the church shooting and arson attack in Grand Blanc. Like, that one was pretty bad. It injured 11 people. I believe it was 3 of them died. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But he shot 11, killed 3 of them, and then burnt the entire church down.
About there, Destiny went out and he basically did a public...
Yes, it was a Mormon church for those who are about to go try to correct me there, but still, it said... it was like the Church of Jesus Christ something. I don't remember the exact name. It's been a while, and it's been a busy few weeks with news. So
Charlie Kirk style show, and he had very little security because, well, no one on the right is actually trying to kill you people. It's more of a one-way street, actually.
And 2, how those political incidents have had some pretty significant consequences in how much I can go out in the real world and socialize with other people. So
wait. Because of the violence against right-wing people, as a leftist, I can't go out and enjoy my life. Really? Is he that narcissistic that he's making it about himself again? Actually, he is that narcissistic.
Obviously, this is his son saying he's not able to socialize with people because of political violence, which is something that, for the record, Hasan is probably the #1 American propaganda of political violence in the world. All right? For the record, and I think it's important to note, I don't think there is any other person that endorses as much political violence as Hasan Piker. He believes that you need a violent revolution in America.
Said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon, not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of others. I don't want to put them in the fucking crosshairs.
Oh, so this is, I think, the first time I think he's ever admitted he cares about others. Hasan, the bastion of caring about others. Like, no, Hasan, you have tons of people, including in your own friend group, who would 100% be afraid to go to TwitchCon because of the violent rhetoric you created against people that, may come and harm them if they all of a sudden don't 100% agree with their Lord and Savior Hasan.
And he's so scared about other people getting hit as collateral damage, which is interesting because Hamas, the terrorist that he supports, is more than happy with collateral damage, killing as many people around them as they possibly can.
Some psycho freak decides, like, I'm going to go there. I'm very publicly not going to TwitchCon for that reason.
I mean, there's a reason that you won't find Tectone and Asmongold. Okay, there's a reason you won't find Tectone at TwitchCon, and that's because he's probably afraid that some left-wing lunatic will come and kill him. The reason you won't find Asmongold there is just because he wouldn't go anyway. That would require leaving his house.
So do with that information what you will. I missed this.
Yeah, so obviously he's scared out of his mind. Okay, dude?
He's afraid to go to TwitchCon, which it would probably just love him. I mean, what was it? 2 years ago, they put him and his orbiters up on stage for a Stabra to a Arab tier list, and it's like, oh yes, Sabra meaning Jew, and any Jew got put in like the bottom tier while everybody else was above it, and it's like, really?
He's not doing this for anyone else. He is not doing this for anyone else, not a single other person. He doesn't care. This is one of those you reap what you sow moments. He's absolutely terrified of going out in public because he knows that someone might might not be too happy about the fact that he is literally propagandizing the murder of people he doesn't like, telling people to threaten ICE agents and kill Trump and kill Rick Scott and kill Tom Cotton, other senators, to tag
Yeah. Right. Oh, come on.
Jews, to say that conservatives are all Nazis, to justify the murder of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I get why he's scared. Zero conviction. The most LARPing terrorist revolutionary of all time.
Yeah, right here. The Arab to Love Sabra tier list. Where the Arab, God tier, good tier is, Hasan up at the top. Where the bottom of the list has Asmongold. And, thinks it's a slur, has got Moist Critical in there. And it's like, really? Really? The list here, I mean, he even put Arab Coded up with XQC, who I 100% think today Hasan would put down in the Love Sabra tier, because it's a Hasan and his friends who loves who tier list. And it's like, are you for real?
Insane. Hasan, you're one of those who's causing these consequences the most of any streamer on the platform. Now you're afraid to show face after saying everyone was overreacting? What a lying, pussy, bitch-made man.
100% a lying pussy bitch man.
From let the streets run red with their blood to I fear for my safety.
For real. Let the streets run red with their capitalist blood to I'm not going to TwitchCon because I'm afraid that someone's gonna hurt me or my viewers.
Hasan Piker.
Like, for real, shut the fuck up,
Murder those
Hasan.
motherfuckers in the streets. Let the Sikhs choke in their fucking red capitalist blood. You need to be shanking these motherfuckers. You need to be gutting them. If you care about Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Now he's scared of the problem that he helped create? Give me a break. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. The mask is off. It's just...
Yeah, and there's even other friends of Hasan's. People who he shares a podcast with. One of them, Cutie Cinderella, who she even said that she's not going to TwitchCon, even though TwitchCon invited her to have a panel for her, whine about it, her other podcast, whine about it in the live stream that they usually do. And it's like, if, the rhetoric Hasan has created is, now detracting from the enjoyment of a con like TwitchCon, where it's one of the only ones left really in the creator space, other than like maybe PAX or something, if they still do those. I haven't looked up, obviously. But, like, seriously, TwitchCon is one of those biggest shows, or at least it used to be one of the biggest shows to go to for streamers. Like, back in 2019, when I was more free time watching Twitch, I actually was a Hasan viewer. I wasn't, like, someone who watched every stream, but I'd pop in here and there. But since then, I've literally just watched him take this and ride down and down and down this line of completely going from a rational individual to someone who is very much for himself, for nobody else except the terrorists he supports.
It's not about politics. This is about good versus evil. This is about good versus evil. It's not about politics or policy. This is about, specifically, on the left, there is according to the poll, 25% of people on the left think that political assassinations should happen. Not just...
And if you break that one down by age range, it's the 18 to 30 crowd that is a 60%. Or no, 74% is what the total was of people between the ages of 18 and 30 would believe resorting to political violence is something they could do. It's something they should do. And it's like, no, actually, the younger crowd on the right is only single digit in the same age range of 18 to 30. Only 3% of right-wingers in that age group, compared to 74 of the other, believe that political violence is not something to resort to, versus the left thinking it is something to resort to.
Are possibly justified, but should happen. For the record, this guy, Kangman Lee over here, he was fired for his job because he's a conservative on Twitter. So cancel culture still exists, in case you were curious. Anyway, this is Hasan. Now, in case you remember, there were bullets, Bella Ciao, written on bullets of the guy that murdered Charlie Kirk. He wrote the words Bella Ciao and Hey Fascist Catch. Now, ironically, we always know that Hasan Piker calls everyone he dislikes a fascist. He calls everyone he dislikes.
Exactly. That's why we need to turn it right back around on him. And instead of calling him a fascist, we just call him a pedophile. Because anyone I don't like or I don't agree with is pedophile now. Because that's how the whole Nazi fascist thing works right now, is anyone I don't like or I don't agree with is fascist. So let's do the opposite. Let's turn it back around and just call them pedophiles. Anybody who starts calling you a fascist for, being MAGA, being right-wing, being Republican, conservative, etc., just turn around, just call them pedophiles. That's all we gotta do. I think the rhetoric of being called a Nazi will all of a sudden not be so bad if the other side is pedophiles and we're the Nazis. So it's like, oh, great. One group is bad, but the other group is fucking evil.
A fascist because he wants to dehumanize them so people could kill them. Nux, are you taking this too far? You really think he wants you to kill them? Yeah, obviously.
100% he does.
Never trust fascists. 2 steps away from fascism. I am an anti-fascist. 2 weeks ago.
Ooh, I am an anti-fascist. Hey, isn't there someone in the government who just made anti-fascist terrorist organization? Antifa, Interesting.
Alright, so 2 weeks ago, he says that he's a terrorist. An Antifa terrorist. This is straightforward fascism. Fascism. It's infinite. He makes 1,000 videos. He made 1,000 videos on fascism. So anyway, he calls people fascists. So hey, fascist cash, that works. But what about Bella Ciao? Bella Ciao is an Italian anti-fascist song. Do you think he ever heard of this song before?
It sounds like he knows the lyrics pretty well and the tune. Interesting.
He knows the Italian lyrics of the Bella Ciao song. The anti-fascist Bella Ciao song. Yeah. So he is the terrorist cesspit of the internet. And I will enjoy him going to jail. Now, Ben Shapiro actually destroyed him. I'm not gonna lie. Ben Shapiro hasn't been doing
I purposely have not chosen a Ben Shapiro video to react to yet, because there are some things he says that, due to his, him being Jewish, he goes a little too hard on some things. But for the most part, he is correct.
a lot of just destroying people lately, but he actually popped out and destroyed Hasan Piker. I was shocked. I approved.
But anytime he's dunking on Hasan, I will watch that clip.
I approve. The Jew Alliance is strong. Let's go, Ben. Cook, Ben.
Or take, for example, Hasan Piker.
Yeah, let's take it for
New
example.
York's beloved Hasan Piker, who himself has talked over and over and over again about the violence that he wishes to be done to his political enemies. Now he's trying to walk that back, sort of, kind of, by randomly declaring that what he's talking about is structural violence. Here he was being intellectually pantsed by Ross Douthat over at the New York Times.
Right, so he did a New York Times interview, and he got obliterated by the New York Times. Now, the New York Times, they're lefty retards, but even they destroyed this man.
In my worldview, revolves around the distribution of resources and the distribution of power. And a big part of that component is, of course, violence as well. Revolutionary.
A big component of his content is violence.
Violence, for example. And it just simply means, like, who gets to do the violence and who gets to be on the receiving end of that.
And it seems like the people doing the violence and getting away with it are the leftists, and the people receiving violence and hate are on the right.
That violence that we have normalized. Because the systems that we exist...
Oh, he just admitted it. That violence that we have normalized. Holy crap, I cannot believe that they didn't even trick him into admitting this. He's just saying it outright.
...are inherently violent. All political systems are.
That's retarded. That's retarded. No, not all political systems are inherently violent. Arresting violent criminals does not mean the system is violent. It means the criminals need to go away. So now Hasan is trying to whitewash his position and make, because he's terrified, obviously, that someone's going to kill him. He's trying to whitewash his position, and he's trying to make believe that all the times he said, let the streets soak in the red capitalist blood, shank those motherfuckers in the streets, kill Rick Scott, he's making believe that all those things that he said are institutionalized violence. He wants the institution to be against landlords and Jews. He doesn't actually want violence. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Oh my god. So again, institutionalized violence is not a thing. It's called force, and it exists. Obviously, there are some violent regimes. America is not one of them.
It's just more so about redirecting that And I know violence is such a scary concept in this when we're discussing in this way, but we're talking.
Yeah, because that's literally not how the word is supposed to be used. You are.
Yeah, violence is inherently supposed to be, terroristic and, not good in nature. In his words, scary.
Or using the word and manipulating it to whitewash the violence that you call for. Yeah, violence is a scary word because it's a scary thing. You are changing it to mean enforcement of laws, which is retarded, and everyone knows it. And he's trying his best to, jump around to this fake intellectual bullshit, hoping that people fall for this.
But in an academic context.
Right, he's referring to academic violence.
But basically, the idea is that instead of having a system that currently benefits the very few, I want a system that benefits as many people as possible.
Right.
That has more like
unless they're Jews or right wing or voted for Trump. The majority of the country.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or white people.
Exactly.
egalitarian outcomes.
Permission structures for revolutionary violence. Or he's just talking about.
Yeah, revolutionary violence has no room to exist in the United States of America, by the way. And that's my opinion. I don't think revolutionary violence is acceptable. In fact, I think revolutionary violence is a gay word for terrorism. I think calling for revolutionary violence in America is calls for terrorism. And I really don't think that there's any other way to interpret that. Like, what's revolutionary violence if it's not killing Trump? It's not voting. That would be called voting. It's not. Revolutionary violence means terrorism. So Hasan Piker, once again, runs defense for terrorism every single time.
100%. Hasan, whatever he would consider to be political violence, if it's committed against the left, it's just an attack on him. But if it's committed against the right, he's happy about it. He's happy to cover it. Like the shooting on the ICE facility in Dallas, he started covering that until he realized that the shooter shot detainees, and then he tried to claim it was a right-winger just trying to kill detainees when, it's just a left-winger who can't aim.
Every single time.
He's talking about intellectually.
Right.
Well, every member of the scavenger coterie will say that it's intellectual right up until the point it's not intellectual anymore. And when you're talking about spewing people's intestines across stages, which is the kind of stuff that Hasan Piker has talked about,
Oh yeah, he's mentioned it quite a few times.
I don't believe you. This is the permission structure for violence, and it has real victims, real actual victims. But we are a West that is so
cucked, hyper-feminized. I don't know what word he's going to use, but we are in a hyper-feminized society that after generations of fake bullshit empathy pushing us towards being accepting of the people that want to kill us, we can't actually do anything about it.
We are so in our own heads.
Cucked and feminized.
In our own heads. No, we're so cucked.
I don't think these are words in Ben's vocabulary, but adopt it because Hasan Piker.
Ben's just a little more restrained in his vocabulary.
Piker literally is cucked. It turns out he's in an open relationship with a porn star that's getting dicked down by other dudes. So Hasan Piker literally cucked and metaphorically.
We are so weak and pathetic that we are willing to go to other countries to talk about how weak and pathetic we are. Show the neck. I mean, again, the thing.
Show the neck. How about he shows Kaya's neck where the prongs are shocking her? How about that's the neck that he shows?
That is happening right now in the West, aside from the importation of what I call the barbarians.
The barbarians are at the gates. They are at the gates. All right, let me just show you. This is what's going on in Ben Shapiro's head. Here, let me make a diagram for you. All right, I feel like it's important.
What are we doing?
All right, so this is what's happening in Ben Shapiro's head. Here, let me show you. So let me get a brush over here. Why is the brush not working? Oh, here we go. All right, where's the fill tool? I need the fill tool. Where's the fill tool? Is there a fill tool? That's not a. No. I hate paint. I hate this thing sucks. All right, well, anyway, I got you. Don't you worry. This is what he's actually thinking, dude. This is ass. Eat my entire ass. Not working. Anyway, he meant to say cucked.
In Lions and Scavengers. Is the fellow trap?
Normally, Nux does very well with paint. Normally, MS Paint does a good job, and he's able to use it like a... I don't want to say that he's copying him, but he's using it like how Pirate Software used to when he would describe things, and he'd draw them out.
Travelers who are walking with them, who like what they are doing, who like where they are directing their violence, who share the same general conspiracy theory, even if they don't share the exact pathway toward that conspiracy theory. The people who are willing to...
Something paused my video recording, so I had to back up my video to hopefully nail wherever it was before. I might be a little off, but we'll
from Benny
continue from here.
That's crazy. So anyway, this is Hasan once again justifying Charlie Kirk's murder.
Mind, be
I
cognizant.
must have been on the wrong tab
what
and must
kind
have
of
paused it or something.
reputation you are laundering, unless you personally think that this kind of reputation laundering is worthwhile because you don't actually fear this kind of attitude taking hold in society.
So you're justifying the murder of Charlie Kirk, an innocent man?
I doubt they would give you the same reception. Fuck no. I would get no reception. I don't.
He would get no reception because he is a terrorist supporter. He supports terrorism. And due to some of his actions that he has put on his own stream, we might even be able to call him a terrorist himself. So there's all that.
I don't expect that. I don't.
Yeah, I think it's because you're a terrorist. I think that's probably why. You're part of Antifa, a terrorist organization. You support multiple terrorist organizations. You call for the murders of innocent people. Charlie Kirk didn't do any of that. He was just an innocent man fighting for God. And you support his death.
Care. They're shying away from saying he was even a controversial figure. And the reason why they're doing that is...
And for the record, this is the tweet that pushed Hasan over the edge. 24 years ago, a group of Muslims killed 2,753 people on 9/11. Now a Muslim socialist is on pace to run New York City. No lies, detective.
Yeah, Mamdani is a, Muslim socialist, self-claimed, he's going to destroy New York City worse than 9/11 ever did.
For the record. Just, no lies.
He's going to make 100 9/11s in there, and he ain't even George W. Bush.
Is detected. But anyway, that's enough of a reason to kill him, according to Hasan, I think.
It's because they're worried about the backlash from the right.
Yeah, no.
But if this is his output, you obviously should be a little bit more careful in the way that you reflect upon this person's entire career, especially when you're talking about his political contributions. Do you understand?
Do you understand? You must hate him. How dare...
Do you understand? If you don't, let me re-explain it in another way that'll make you understand, because my point is the only point. I'm Hasan Piker, and I'm a narcissist. Nice to meet ya.
How dare you not hate him? How dare you not hate him? It's a good thing he died, is what Hasan is thinking.
Is what his political contributions are. This doesn't mean he deserved to be shot and killed.
No, he's a fascist, a Nazi.
Right after he said, but, it doesn't mean that you deserve to be shot and killed.
Hasan supports political violence. Political violence is good. We need a violent revolution. I'm not saying we should kill him. Dude, no one's buying this shit.
Political contributions are. So if you turn around...
If Charlie Kirk was Trump, Hasan would be cheering that he died in the streets. He would be throwing a freaking Trump's dead party. He would get as much, Trump-related things, and he would, make sure everybody knows he's happy that the president of the country he lives in is dead.
In the aftermath of his untimely demise and launder his reputation, you're basically saying,
untimely demise, assassination.
I like this political contribution. Or at the very least, I don't care that this is the political contribution that he has done to American discourse.
Oh, and if anyone wants to call me Islamophobic for not wanting Muslims to be in charge of things in the United States of America, that is because we are a Christian nation based on our laws and morals, and the Islamic nations of the world and the Christian nations of the world have historically never gotten along because the Muslim nations choose to go kill the Islamic nations, and Muslim nations choose to kill the Christian ones. They eliminate them. They don't let them have any level of authority. They all of a sudden, when any of them gain popularity, they go try to eliminate and kill them.
I'm not going to make believe I agree with the 100% of what Charlie Kirk said, but I do think that he absolutely had a positive influence on American discourse. I think he was having conversations with kids that didn't even know another perspective. I think that Charlie Kirk was a wonderful force for good in the country. Not that matters, because you have the right to...
Oh yeah, Charlie Kirk is a wonderful force for good. And to those who are like, oh, but all he did was go and, he roasted and debated just college students, uneducated ones. It's like, what do you think they're at the college to do? They went to college to learn things. If they're, sitting in an echo chamber of false information of their own side that's, spewing lies and false information against the other side, they're not going to learn anything except that the other side is evil, and that'll be how they live for their entire life. They should be able to look and see, hey, there's a group of conservatives over there. Those guys, they're praying. They're Christian conservatives. That's pretty awesome. And then you can look over at the group of liberals and you see, oh, they got blue hair. They got pink hair. They like to express themselves. Both are fine. I'm not saying there's anything inherently wrong with either group. However, one group right now in our current times, one of the groups is quite peaceful. They are just trying to share sanity. Well, the other one is trying to tell you that a man can be pregnant if he identifies as a woman, or that, a woman that identifies as a man all of a sudden is just a pregnant person, not a pregnant woman. And, we have to go along with every single delusion that is put into each other's brains, where it's like, oh, we're sitting here, we're all like this, and now, I want you to I was born like this, and now I want you to take me with this voice, and we'll be like this all the time. Like, no, you were, unless your voice actually changed or something happened to your vocal cords, no, we're not doing that.
Dislike him, but there's a big difference between disliking him and then kind of saying it's good he's dead.
It is a normalization of some of the most heinous, racist, fascist forms of thought.
Yeah, saying that it's very bad Charlie Kirk was killed is a normalization of fascist, racist forms of thought.
That's because anything Hasan doesn't like is fascist Nazi. Well, Hasan is pedophile, so...
Actual insanity, for the record. Actual, straight-up insanity. Yeah. Thought crimes, kill him. No, but this is wild.
Also remember, Hasan was the same dude who went to a brothel in Germany, and then after he was there, got raided and shut down for trafficking at least one minor.
This is absolutely wild. For the record...
So yes, Hasan may actually be a pedophile.
Charlie Kirk's opinions are normal. Every single one of Charlie Kirk's opinions are normal opinions, essentially. Yeah, he's gonna word it in ways that piss people off sometimes. Essentially, this dude was a basic conservative guy. Like, this dude had the same...
Charlie wasn't even, that conservative. He was, a moderate Republican. And you've awoken the lioness and his wife that is the conservative Republican. You fucked up.
Perspective of every single person in America 100 years ago. Dude, this guy had basic conservative worldviews. Again,
kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
The funny thing about Hasan is that he's 100 times more openly violent or openly hateful and clearly unhinged and wildly anti-Semitic than Charlie Kirk. But he's on Team Blue, so they put up with it and platform him on the New York Times. And that's
100%. And, he's got his other friends hanging around him who are as brainwashed as he is at times. It's like, come on. If Hasan paid for this trip, by all means, the girls go with him. Hasan's footing the bill. You're just, spending his money. That's great. How socialist of him. He's practicing what he preaches, if that's the case.
That's where we're at. So anyway, Destiny, another retard. So Destiny made a tweet. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good tweet. What can I say? Flying around the U.S. doing public debates despite receiving pages of death threats. Right. While the VP pushes to prosecute me for my speech. He means violent threat.
This is Destiny talking, so we already know he's 100% a pedophile as well. He actually admitted to having a inappropriate video of a 17-year-old, a minor, on his computer. And then he tried to defend having it by saying, no, my lawyer told me to keep that. I bet you if your lawyer told you to keep it, he told you to put that video on a flash drive and send it to him for evidence collection so that you couldn't get in trouble for having it.
And incitement of...
There's almost a 100% chance, or 100% probability, the lawyer told you to not keep that video.
Violence. Hasan can't go to TwitchCon because it's too risky, but immediately jumps to publicly announce that he is going to events on Instagram to farm clout. And there's Hasan Piker in his goofy, grandma-ass, gay-ass pants with Pokimane and high-pitched Pokimane going on a tour.
High-pitched Pokimane? That's funny.
Going on to exploring.
I've never heard her called that.
I thought he was scared of the people around him. I thought he was scared that the people around him were going to get killed. I thought he was scared about the people around him. I thought he was scared. He was scared about the police.
If you forced me to hang out with any of the people in this photo, it would be Lily Pichu, and that's just because, well, I mean, the person she's dating has rubbed off on her a bit, and he's a bit of a crazy psycho, but I love that. He's the correct crazy psycho. Look up Michael Reeves if you don't know.
Political violence that would happen to him. That was all a lie. He is the political violence. So I made a tweet a while ago, and I still get death threats for this, which I support. Not the death threats, but I support the tweet. I say, hi, Jew here. I uniquely get shit from the far right and the far left, and I can say with 100% certainty, I would entrust my life to a Hitler-hiling, anti-Semitic, Jews control the universe, Nick Fuentes Groiper, named Kill Rape Jews Groiper 42069, over a moderately leftist college student that goes to overwhelmingly peaceful protests and celebrates Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's how bad it is. Implying, I'm not a fan of either, but I'm more scared of the leftist.
100% agree there. And Hasan's taking the whole thing out of context, not realizing that this makes the left look worse. Then he's like, judge me by my enemies. This is what they'd rather do. They want to go kill rape Jews. It's like, no. This is an example of the most far right of far right guys doing some of the far right stuff that is disagreeable. And then there's the other group that it's like, oh yeah, this far left group that could also do a lot more damage and has killed several different individuals just in the past couple months. I mean, it is the leftist policies in leftist cities, in left-wing cities, Democrat cities, where the soft on crime approach is getting innocent people killed. Irina Zarutska and Logan Federico should never have been killed in the horrific ways they were. They should have been able to enjoy their lives, study, go to school, and make good careers out of everything. They should have both been able to do it. But no, one of them got killed by a guy who is, by his own family's admissions, quite mentally unstable, and had been arrested over 14 times, including within the past month before he killed Irina. And Logan Federico was killed by a guy who was arrested 39 times, with 25 of those arrests leading to felony charges. And why he was not in jail? Oh, because a judge let him out early on good behavior. And then he immediately went out and murdered someone. So do you think his behavior was that good? No, I do not. It's also a blue city of New York that has been handling Diddy's cases. P. Diddy, famous woman abuser, which we have several different videos of him beating women in horrible ways. The hallway scene of the hotel where he's dragging her back to the room. And it's like, yeah, he 100% dragged her back, beat her a little, and then probably raped her there too. It's like, he's not good. But however, after his, only being sentenced to like 4 years and 2 months in prison, he could be let out next month due to the minimum required amount of his sentence, because he's all, oh, I'm a changed man. Being behind bars made me realize I was a bad person. Like, no, he's not. He's playing baby, so you'll let his ass out so he can go back to freaking.
And Hasan calls me out and says, judge me by my enemies. Judge me by my enemies. Like, for some reason, I'm saying something bad here. I'm just telling you where I feel safer. Because, you guys are the violent retards. Now, unsurprisingly, Hasan Piker takes Jews feel safer around hipster neo-Nazis over Hasan fans as a compliment.
Yeah, that's how it's seen by anyone with a functioning brain.
A compliment. Is that not?
And I even have been arguing with Hasan fans on Twitter all day about Hasan abusing his dog, because that happened just the other day, and there are still people who think, oh no, she just clipped her claw on the bed, and he had the audacity to turn around and go, what are you, a baby? Like, you baby. Like, come on. He's not. He reached up. You saw him reach and look over at something. And he definitely hit a button that shocked his dog. It's not some kind of vibrate collar. And if it is a vibrate collar, then it's obviously turned up at a too high of level that hurt her. She yelped in pain. If one of my cats yelped in pain when I went, when I heard him behind me, all of a sudden I would turn around and go see it. In fact, I have. I've heard, things out in the room next to me crash, and all of a sudden I'll run out there and there will be a cat on the floor and maybe something that they accidentally knocked off and fell with. Like, it's not uncommon for animals to hurt themselves, but when they do, you should go up and you should check on them. Speaking of animals, I got mine.
Not insane. Is that not crazy? I feel like that's crazy. He takes it as a compliment, obviously, because he supports violence. So anyway, Hasan responded to this on stream, which I thought was the most... Again, he wants you dead. Make it clear he wants you dead. All right? I don't want to beat around the bush. He's scared that they'll kill him, and the reason why he thinks that people will kill him is because he's always hoping that someone will kill his opponents. So watch how evil his response is. I showed this in a previous video, this little clip. The reason why I'm showing it again is because the previous video got age restricted for stuff Hasan said. I spoke...
What the heck? How does it keep happening that stuff Hasan says, if you put that up on the same website he says it on, or the other website that he uploads his clips to on YouTube, and then you upload the same thing, why do you get age restricted and not Hasan? Why are your videos limited but not his? Do I have to worry about including any of his clips in my videos? Possibly.
To YouTube, and they age restricted my video because of words Hasan said that I criticized. Just know who the villains are.
That same guy said this.
So this is me, that same guy, the guy that was just...
Hey, I think this is the first time Hasan has ever actually put Nux on his stream. He's been too afraid to show him because he's been afraid that they'll see who this guy is, go check out his channel, and realize, oh shit, Hasan's he's a terrorist supporting lunatic.
Giving all the information to the U.S. government. I was specifically reached out to by a government official to give information about a potential terror.
Oh, I cannot wait for that congressional hearing. They need to reopen this government now. I need to get this congressional hearing. I need to see Dan Clancy sweating bullets, trying not to mention Hasan's name until they grill him about it, and then have him sweating more because he's actively encouraging Hasan and being like, oh yeah, he just speaks his mind. I love it. When it's like, yeah, he's speaking his mind, but he's also supporting terrorists. So I don't care that he's speaking his mind. Is the words coming out of that mouth are vile, and he should be banned. Literally, I don't know why he still has a platform. Every platform should have gotten rid of this guy quicker than Johnny Somali.
First in the country. I mean, I personally, I ain't no snitch, but I'm just trying to protect myself.
And by the way, it might not surprise you to find out that this person is a...
All right.
And Hasan definitely has more in common with Hitler than anyone else.
So he's gonna, before he actually engages with what I say, he's gonna describe me to his audience.
A VTuber.
That's true.
One true.
Of course, has engaged with lolicon, drawn pornographic material of...
Engaged with? I bet I'll just let Nux take
children.
this one.
So this is him implying I'm a pedophile, which I'm not. Obviously, that's insane. My engagement that he's talking about is me making videos criticizing weird shit that Japan made. And apparently...
There you go. See, Hasan doesn't even know the context. Leaving in the context goes, oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense of why you would criticize some content that's questionable for the audience.
Apparently, me criticizing the weird shit in Japan is enough for him to brand me in front of his audience of millions.
No, I just figured it out, Nux. He's complaining about you because he is a pedophile and he loves that content. He's trying to make sure it doesn't get banned so he can keep watching it. Because if you talk bad about it, it might just get banned. That's gotta be it. There's no other way. Unless Hasan's just misunderstanding the whole situation and not gonna ever correct himself on purpose.
As a pedophile. And, I mean, look at his chat. His chat is like, pedo. So he knows exactly what he's saying because he wants them to kill me. Because he wants me dead. Hasan Piker wants me dead. There's no other possible way to twist it. Why would he call you?
I'm very happy as a larger YouTuber than me. Nux is anonymous. He's this VTuber image, so unless you really are out and about and you hear his voice and you just get lucky like that, you probably will never ever meet him, which is, for his safety and his family's safety, is the best thing ever.
Pedophile if he doesn't want his audience to kill you. Anyway, that's the first lie. Moving on.
Okay. And he is super pro-Israel. He apparently stalked Jaden Animation for a while as well.
I never stalked anyone in my life. I made reaction videos on YouTube, like a lot of YouTubers do, including those of Jaden Animations, which, for the record, a lot of YouTubers react to Jaden Animations. That's not stalking because I made a reaction. Dude, you react to me. You react to my videos sometimes. Well, not anymore because I'm obviously calling you out and stuff. But that does not make you a stalker. So again, he called me a pedophile stalker.
And yeah, he is a pro-Israel lolicon.
Lolicon is a pedophile. That's how he's using the word.
Who defended...
Right, just...
And by pro-Israel, I mean Nux is Jewish. Of course he's pro the place that he would probably want to go visit again someday, because he has family there. He's claimed to have family there. Self-claimed. So of course he has some kind of interest there. But he's not like, you know, everything they're doing is great. Because I bet you there are some topics that, if I dig back far enough, you could find examples of Nux being like, hey, yo, that wasn't cool of Israel to do that. But for the most part, yeah.
Look at his chat. It's soy pedo, right? It doesn't stop.
Dr. Disrespect as well. He said...
Oh, that's your... Well, hold on. I missed a couple of...
His chat is so brainwashed. And I also wonder how much of his chat is bots that didn't get caught in the culling.
Words there.
Who defended Dr. Disrespect as well.
Dr. Disrespect is the guy who got exposed for inappropriately messaging minors. I never defended him. In fact, I made several videos calling him out and saying that it's disgusting that he was inappropriately messaging minors, which he admitted to, and which...
I really hope someone someday takes Hasan down for all the slander that he's thrown at so many different other YouTubers who are literally using Hasan's clips to tell the story and prove points that Hasan is, you know, just a shit human.
Which is gross. I never defended him ever. So this is Hasan literally just lying, just straight up lie, saying that I defended a guy that admitted to talk inappropriately with minors. Again, implying I'm a pedophile. Or running defense for pedophiles. He's telling his audience to kill me. There's no other explanation. Anyway.
He said, hi, Jew here. I uniquely get shit from the far right and the far left, and I can say with 100% certainty, I would entrust my life to a Hitler-hiling, anti-Semitic, Jews-control the universe, Nick Fuentes Groiper named Kill Rape Jews Groiper 4/2069 over a moderately leftist college student that goes to overwhelmingly peaceful protests and celebrates Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's how bad it is.
All right.
That's how bad the left is. We would rather hang out with someone on the far right who is closer to being an actual Nazi than a leftist Hasan fan.
So my statement was, far right and far left, both dangerous in different ways. I'm more scared of the far left.
Both are bad.
All right, so let's see how he's going to engage with that.
And to the fact that Hasan's trying to go, he should have the realization that, oh shit, as the far left, I need to not be so far so that we can be better and make it look like the other side is so much further, and then you could actually make your side look better. However, he's not trying to tone anything down. He doesn't think he needs to tone anything down because he actually wants the violence to continue.
Is this loser Canadian? Yes.
He doesn't.
But
that's the answer. He doesn't.
And he's Canadian American, so
doesn't engage with it at all. He doesn't engage with it. He's using this to call me a Nazi because I'm saying I feel safer around the Groipers than the Hasan fans. He says that is enough to make me a Nazi. Again, he thinks someone should kill me. And then someone in his chat asks him if I'm Canadian.
Post October 7, he moved to Israel is what people...
So, again, not true.
That's false. He didn't move to Israel
Canadian,
ever.
I'm also American. My dad is Canadian. My mom is American. I am a dual citizen. I have Canadian-American citizenship since the day I was born. I am not Israeli. I am not an Israeli citizen. And he is just, again, pushing this whole weird thing constantly.
I am from Israel, and this is my politique.
Yeah, so that's his analysis. That's his...
I mean, how much slander was that in like a 1 minute, 18-second clip. It was like, I mean, Nux said 4, but I think I heard him mention at least 6 or 7.
Political analysis. I appreciate it. Very cool. Very awesome.
And it's like, if that's the average, Hasan slanders you on average every 10 seconds. Sheesh.
Bro slandered me 4 times in 60 seconds, calling me a pedophile again and again and again, as he refuses to say my name, of course, because he's scared of me, because I expose him. And also, he wants me dead. I'm really glad we're on the same page here. So, this is just so I pulled up a couple of angers, because now that Antifa is a terrorist organization...
Oh. Read that tweet from Hasan. If you said something like this in public, you'd be put down like a dog. I'm afraid, because Hasan owns a dog. Is he going to put that dog down just to quiet everyone from talking about the fact that he shocks her too? Because that could be even crazier. But I could see him attempting to double down on it just because he's evil.
This is Hasan saying, if you before you ask, yes, I voted for this, regarding arresting terrorists. Hasan says, if you said something like this in public, you would be put down like a dog. That's why you stick to Twitter. This is Hasan casually admitting that the radical left will kill you over free speech. Unfortunately...
I mean, that's a fact that the radical left will kill you over free speech. They've done it. They did it to Charlie Kirk. They attempted to do it to Trump a few times. I bet you Elon's had a few attempts that no one's even talked about because he doesn't want more.
This was made on June 8th. Unfortunately, 2 months later, I would be proven correct.
I mean, when Elon was a part of the administration and helping day by day, the Tesla dealerships were constantly firebombed and attacked. Like, there was the one facility that had, like, cars get shot, burned, the building was shot at. It's like, these people on the left are violent, and they're being encouraged by the politicians and news media that cover it. It's insane.
And when they murdered Charlie Kirk for free speech and celebrated his death. And again... whatever, that's the clip I just showed you. This is a clip of Hasan at an Antifa riot.
See, this is one of those times that I would give Hasan a little more credit to what he said yesterday about the shot collar, is if he actually maybe, was walking his dog around, had her join in the protest a little bit. If it's a peaceful protest, it should be safe for an animal, right?
In LA. This is what he had to say.
For sure. No wonder there's so many federal agents in my fucking chat, dude. It's like half of the protest is Hasanabi heads.
Half
of the protest is Hasanabi heads. And in the background, you see a big billowing smoke cloud from...
the protest, in other words,
maybe a burning car at the least, to a burning building at the most.
Violent riot, because this is the protest where they were lighting cop cars on fire and stuff. Our Hasanabi
yeah, cop cars and Waymo cars.
He is casually
self-driving
admitting
vehicles
in this clip that half of the terrorist riot that he was in are half of his audience. He casually admitted he radicalizes his audience to become violent criminals. Yes, correct. That is where we're at. Yes, correct. I'm glad we're on the same page.
He did do that.
So,
Ooh,
Legal Mindset,
the best lawyer.
Regarding
the best YouTube lawyer. The one that, so far, all lawyers lie. They all have their specific niches and whatnot, but overall, topic-wise, this is the best one, I think.
The Reddit moderators that are getting sued.
All right, so we've been going through the case of Ethan Klein versus the orbiters of Hasan, including the Reddit mods.
Such a fun case. When new information drops, I'll definitely find a video to react to on that one.
And in that, we've been looking at what's going on with them and also their legal liability. We now have proof that...
This is your average Reddit mod for Hasan.
Reddit is directly tied to these moderators, which are going to be sued. So let's go into here to this. So these are screenshots that were forwarded to me. Now you have one of these individuals here, one of these mods, nicknamed Roman P, who's listed in the lawsuit, right? So we're going to look at these text messages or these screenshots, which were sent over to me before they were deleted.
So he thinks he could also sue Asman and XQC, but he doesn't want to sue them. Well, he couldn't sue Asman or XQC for reacting to the video. Asman, because when Asman reacted to it, he almost doubled the length of the video, I believe, and had so much more to talk about throughout it. And XQC also did a lot more addition to it. And, the ones he is suing did next to nothing. I mean, Casey Tron smoked more weed than she spoke throughout the video. And yeah, that can be okay to claim if the video wound up being kind of boring at times, but at that point, you hit the end and you go, well, that was just kind of boring, but you go leave it a like, go watch it, whatever. And that right there, that last sentence I said, would have covered everything lawsuit liability, because that shows your intent to not steal views from the initial video or make your video a replacement for it. I mean, look at me. I've got a 35-minute video here, and at the current spot in my recording, I'm an hour and 5 minutes in nearly. Like, I'm adding something to the video. I'm going to try to keep this under about, at only about double the length of the video at most, but this one will go a little further. We had a lot more to share today. A lot new information, even just since this one dropped earlier this week. Like, the canceled, congressional hearing, that's very sad. I really was looking forward to that one, and seeing Hasan get his goose finally fucking cooked for being what he is on the platform, finally being forced to be banned by Congress and everything. It wouldn't be, free speech being censored. It would be forcing the platform to enforce their own rules.
Right, because once again, they were going back and deleting and sweeping these things up. But now we've got conclusive proof here that kind of nails them in here. So saying, so he thinks he could sue Asman and XQC, but he doesn't want to sue them. Why? Surely the reaction videos stole more views from him. Is this kind of admission he doesn't care about any potential financial damage, only about his personal beef? And then someone responds, did you know you're mentioned in the lawsuit? Just clicked on the first one, stood around it, and saw Roman P. So this moderator, this is the head moderator of this subreddit, is named. And they go, oh my God, thank you for telling me. This is the funniest shit ever. I can't believe this. Well, guess what? Guess what? It's not going to be funny for them for very long. It's funny for me. It's hilarious for me.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great to be the guys like us who sit back and watch this happen. But, if you're Roman P, then, yeah, you should be pretty afraid that you're going to have to go to court, maybe pay some legal fees to Ethan Klein. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. See how deep into the lawsuit that guy wounds up being.
Them over here saying, I can't believe you're outing yourself like this. Classic mistake of criminals returning to the scene of the crime. Roman P says, cat's out of the bag. Now the real fun begins. So they're pretending they're going to have fun here now that they're named in this lawsuit. This is going to be fun for them. Certainly this is not going to be fun.
Yeah, they're getting destroyed.
See why. Next.
The entire terrorist cesspit is mega cooked.
A very well-known Hasan orbiter and
yeah, I believe it was Denims who blew this whole thing wide open for the Reddit mods and basically gave the list of everybody there. So if anyone in the Reddit mod group of this area happens to still be watching at this point in my video, I bet you there's 0 of you, because you guys don't have the attention span for this much information. That's why you watch Hasan. You get there for your terrorist takes and you're coping about socialism.
Stand here, who's saying we're going to build a shield wall for you. Roman P thanking this questionable individual, who is definitely a separate person and not me on just another one of my sock puppet accounts. Well, if that was actually the case and you were this individual, that would be even worse for Reddit, because it'd have some negligent hirings, all sorts of other stuff going on if that was the case. But once again, associating with...
Dude, you flush out the entire terrorist ecosystem here, man.
Showing the lawsuit, showing exactly where they are named. So highlighting that user, use/Roman P, which is there amongst others like _right Salamander and H3 Snark mod team. So they're clearly named in the lawsuit, right? Clearly named in the lawsuit. But here is the real bombshell, folks. Here is the thing that blows this case wide open and can lead to the absolute destruction of Reddit. This could be enough to tear Reddit down, the whole institution.
That would be fantastic. I use Reddit quite a bit for some things, but I think overall, if it disappeared, it would be a net positive.
If Ethan decides to pursue it aggressively, which, he has no reason not to at this point. Let's flip over here.
Get ready. Get ready.
You have an admission.
This is cinema.
A 100% confession right here.
Not concerned at all. Balancing working at Reddit and being the head moderator for H3 Snark has been kind of stressful, though. Okay, so you're the head moderator for the subreddit that is slandering Ethan, and you work for Reddit. Of course you do.
Here,
Of
they're
course you
saying,
do.
Concern level for you. This whole thing is so odd. Roman P, once again, the head moderator, saying not concerned at all. Balancing working at Reddit and being the head moderator for H3 Snark has kind of been stressful, though. We have a confession right in front of everybody, in front of God and everybody.
Yep, there it is.
That the head moderator is a Reddit employee.
Yeah, Reddit's actually employing terrorists.
This person.
Yeah.
Reddit is so cooked. Come on, Ethan, take the whole thing down. Let's go.
Which has civil liability in that.
Allegedly, obviously.
There may be criminal stuff that comes out. Who knows, right? They are on the hook for this. And they have put Reddit in a horrible position, particularly because we had the separate filing disclosure where we had Reddit admins offering us free subscriptions to privacy software to remove our PII from the internet in case we're doxxed and harassed. So this is called scrubbing evidence, deleting evidence, spoliation of evidence. This is potentially criminal.
Yep. 100% criminal.
Yeah.
And we want to know, is this the admin, Roman P., the employee of Reddit, that was offering the PII software?
Most likely. If not, then they have a second Reddit employee who's, also one of the moderators in this group, which, I don't know, that could be even more problematic. My cat wants to be brushed.
There are others involved. These are all things that Ethan Klein can now dig into freely. His lawyers and Ethan Klein's infinite money glitch can go out there and dig into this and figure this out.
Ben Shapiro as the right-wing Jew, and you have Ethan Klein as the left-wing Jew. The Jew alliance is getting stronger and stronger, and soon there will be nowhere for these terrorist shit-stains to hide. They are getting obliterated for our entertainment and our safety. So I wanted to wrap up this video with this fantastic news that, thank you, Hasan Piker. I very much appreciate you exposing your entire alleged terrorist network underground to be frolicking in the Reddit moderation team to just expose more people. So thank you. It's actually a truly glorious time to be alive. October 8th, Twitch is going to Congress.
That's sad that it didn't happen because of the government shutdown, man. I was looking so forward to it. I was going to watch that stream, turn it into a video, and cover it all, every minute of it. I was going to snag maybe some clips if I could find any from others if I watched it later instead of live. But, I was really looking to do it and cover it as it was going on. But, man, I guess I have to wait a little longer. But it's okay. It's only a matter of time before Hasan is gone and perma-banned from Twitch.
And we're going to see what happens. But Hasan Piker is terrified. Hasan Piker is slandering people like me constantly. He wants me dead. He wants all of you dead. He wants every single right-wing person in the country dead. He supports a violent revolution. And it's over for him. He's getting cooked. And if over Trump's term, he doesn't go to jail, over Vance's term, he will. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're not afraid, Hasan. Hope you get sleep.
Hey.
I want you to look nice and perky and juicy when they perk walk you, baby.
I'm personally in my own free time watching that video there that's recommended soon. I watch all Nux's stuff. And I watch him in order as he releases them in case he references something in a previous. So I've been waiting to watch this one for like a day and a half now. Oh, it's been so fun. I've got a couple more Nuxes to catch up on myself. I'd react to them, but I don't like having too many of the same channel reaction, all at once. Kind of makes me seem like I'm stealing that person's content and targeting them, so I want to keep it fair and even across the board. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, man.